What's up, everybody? If you've been following along, you know that not long ago I lost my Powder Blue Tang. So I ordered another one, and this one came from Diver's Den. It was $250. And the thing about Diver's Den is supposedly they quarantine all their fish. So I usually have pretty good luck with them, but I'm not sure if I can catch it on video. But I think this guy's got ick. And look at how he's all wrinkly. I don't know, I've never seen one come in like that. And all the tangs that I've had, I've never had one where it just looks wrinkly like that. I'm not sure what that is. So let me know if you have any thoughts on that too. But I'm not sure if you can see, there's a few white spots. There's not a whole lot. I'm assuming it's going to be ick and not velvet. I also got a Midas Blendy. Now I have one of these in my son's water box, but I wanted to put one in the 100 gallon as well. This is my quarantine, and super simplistic. I have an aqua clear hang on back filter, just a little bit of rock, and then ammonia detector, heater in there. And I used to use an air stone, but with the auto top off that I have on this system, which is back there in the corner, with the lip, it pretty much mounts like right there, so it causes the water level to be lower. So having said that, with the water level being lower, there's so many bubbles coming into the tank that I don't really think I need the air stone in there too. So I don't know how close I can get to him. If you can see, you can kind of see some on his front fins a little bit. But anyway, so he's got ick. I put all fish in this 20-gallon quarantine before they go into other tanks anyway. So in between, I sterilize it and clean it out completely, basically using citric acid. Now I did have some of the, trying to get it so you can see him better. I don't know if you can see the spots or not, but I can see them pretty well. But I sterilized the tank in between other fish and all. Got a little table on the side, kind of the things that I dosed on. Now that's just a mixture of food. So food, I have a mixture of things, and also use algae wafers when I'm doing tangs. I used to do nori, but it would always just break off, and most of it end up in the filter. So some of the things I use are the Marison or whatever, the Fritz. Then I have Icex, then I have Pro, and then I have copper. So these are, and then also the Expel P, which is for parasites as well. So depending on when they come in, and what they look like, I usually, what I do is I'll put them in for a week, and I just use this bacterial infection stuff for a week, and I don't dose anything else to the tank at that time. And then if they're good and I don't see anything on them, then I leave them in for the second week and don't dose anything. If I notice something or something looks off or any issues with them, then I start dosing other stuff accordingly. But anyway, I don't see any spots on the Midas Plenty. He looks fine and is eating well. So I'm hoping the last tangs that I purchased, I mean, I got them from Diver's Den as well. The purple tangs that I purchased, and then my hybrid powder blue tang that I bought, and none of them had ick. This is the first case of ick that I've had, oh man, in a few years really. So I've been really fortunate so far, but it looks like now I'm gonna have to deal with it. So I'm gonna try the Ick X first. It says on the bottle, I think, you know, you do like a daily dose, do a water change every day. I think I'm gonna give it, you know, maybe a week or and see what happens. If he doesn't look like he's improving or getting worse, then I'll switch over to copper. I kind of hate dosing any of that stuff, to be honest, because the so the Ick X, let me see, what is this primary ingredient? I forget what it's called. It's formaldehyde. Water and formaldehyde. So that's basically like a poison anyway. So when you're dosing this stuff, I mean, it's not good for the fish anyway, but I guess the lower doses can help kill ick. But you know, just make sure you're always careful using any of these things. I mean, follow the directions on them. I mean, I think the last case of ick that I dealt with years ago, I did two things. I did a dip, and I forget what it was called, that you, it's basically a bath, you know, and you take them out, put them in a gallon of water in the treatment, and you put them in there for, I think it was like 30 minutes. Then you take them out, put them in quarantine, and then you put them in copper, and then what is it, the API, one cure all, or whatever it's called. You could combine both those together. So the last time I used that, but this time I bought this bottle of Fritz, like Copper Safe, and I hadn't used it. It hadn't been opened. The reason I'm not dosing copper immediately is because I have a Hannah checker to test my copper level, and the reagent for it has expired. So I had to order some more. And when that comes in, depending on how he's looking, you know, I might move over, go ahead and shift to copper, you know, just to try to get him over it. But anyway, just like I said, sharing my experience. Let me know if anybody else has any solutions other than that to get rid of it, because it's one of those things that I've only dealt with a handful of times in 20 years, and I've, for the most part, you know, I've been successful in treating it. I think I did have one case where I can't remember what the fish was, like years ago, that I had a death from it. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, I'm hoping, of course, I can save this guy. You want to save all your fish, but I just got him in, and you know, like I said too, is they're not cheap, and Live Aquaria, they have a 7-day guarantee, but it, you know, it always seems like when they have some kind of disease or parasite or something like that, they usually die right after the 7 days. So then you're kind of out of luck as far as that. But I'll do another video, you know, later on, and let everybody know the status or any updates, and we'll go from there. But let me know if you have any questions. Also in the comments, you know, post any solutions that you've had for dealing with ick. And like I said, I can't really capture it well on video, but I'm 90% sure it's ick and not velvet. So yeah, let me know any comments or thoughts. Thanks for watching.